The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
Money's coming to me.
And as we begin the new year, our economy is booming, wages are soaring, workers are thriving, and America's future has never, ever looked brighter.
And that was the president last night. You know, we got our job numbers today, and I voted for the president. I support this president, no question about it. But he has people around him, like Larry Kudlow. I say this all the time. If he doesn't get reelected, it's going to be because of guys like Larry Kudlow. He puts these dopes around him that just fill him full of garbage. Stuff that's not true. What he said there is not true. He doesn't have to lie. He's accomplished so much. He's accomplished more than any other president. There is no need to embellish. There is no need to lie. But Kudlow and his team, they sit there and just fill him full of nonsense. Now listen to this. This was today's labor market. First, we started out with Maria, before the numbers came out, telling how great they're going to be. This is Maria. Fake Business News Network.
Estimates show 164,000 jobs were added to the economy in the month of December.
Really? 164,000, right? And then listen to this for November.
And 145,000 jobs have been created by this economy last month.
145,000 last month for December. Not 164. Then we get this.
This is the best labor market for workers in any of our lifetime. This is such an...
so just fantastic. We've never seen a labor market like this before. Really? Kudlow comes out.
145,000 is a good number, solid economic growth number.
No, it's not. It's not. Now let's go look at some facts. 145,000 jobs in December suck. 80% of these jobs are minimum wage jobs, low-paying jobs. I said this the other day. We used to have a robust manufacturing. That was our economy, manufacturing. 40% of people that worked in manufacturing were on the manufacturing line. There were more people than 40%, obviously, in manufacturing. But let's talk about the very people who are on the manufacturing line who are making, we use today's numbers, $35 an hour, $40 an hour. That's down to 6%. So who replaced those 40%? Healthcare givers. And these are great people. These are people who should get a badge of honor. Healthcare givers. That's the biggest group of people we have right now. This is where the explosion is. This is where the jobs are, going to healthcare. This is where all the jobs are going to. So we had 41,000 jobs out of the 145 going to retail workers, mostly minimum wage. 40,000 going to hospitality. Bartenders, waitresses, chambermaids. 36,000, education. I mean, these are all like real low-paying jobs. But there's no need to lie. Look at the amount of judges that he has appointed. There's no need to lie. Now this is what really gets me. They're talking about the hourly wages are fantastic. The hourly wages are, the best ever. Are you kidding? They keep saying 3%. It's not 3%. But see, nobody's going to check because everybody's lives are too busy. And I hope the little bit I can bring to this program, where I try to tell you the truth, maybe helps you make a better decision. But to listen to these folks is just insane. This is unbelievable. In 2008, when we had our stock market crash, let's think about it. 2008, when we had our crash, we've never had a recovery, but nobody talks about that. We had a stock value of $12 trillion in 2008. $7 trillion of the $12 trillion was wiped out. It could have gone to zero. But thank God at the time, the banking cartel, the Federal Reserve, on their balance sheet only had $850 billion in treasuries. Now listen to what I'm saying. This is what saved us. $7 trillion was wiped out of the 12. We could have lost that other 5 very easily, but we didn't because we had ammunition. We don't have that today. We only had $850 billion of treasuries on our balance sheet. You know how many treasuries you have on our balance sheet today? Almost 5 trillion. 5 trillion. What does that mean? That means they've been purchasing since 2008 treasuries to force interest rates down so they can loan money to CEOs at zero rates or a little bit higher so they can mask their earnings, how bad they are, and so they can prop up the stock. That's what they do. Now, here's the danger. If we go into a crash today, we have no room to stop the crash. We have no ammunition. With 5 trillion treasuries, we can't buy more treasuries. We have no room on our balance sheet. Now, we started to try to sell these treasuries in 2016. We started to sell them in 2000 because we knew the danger. We had to get those down. Even if we couldn't get back down to we're not going to get back down to 850 billion, but at least try to get down from 5 trillion to at least 3 trillion. So we got some ammo. But guess what's happened now? Larry Kudlow and the boys, to get the president reelected, they want to make sure the stock market doesn't go down between now and November. They got to rally the market. So what are they doing? The same thing they did back in 2008. See, the question should be, how did we go from $850 billion in treasuries on the balance sheet in 2008 to where we're at $5 trillion today? You know how dangerous that is? Let me explain again. The stock market could start crashing this afternoon. We have no way to stop it. We have no way to stop it because we have no room to buy treasuries. Remember, back in 2008, the national debt was $10 trillion. We were paying interest of 3.7%, about $250 billion. That was the tipping point that turned us over, that caused the crash. Now, it wasn't the main reason why the market crashed. The market crashed because exactly what we're doing now. We kept interest rates on housing too low for too long. And when you keep interest rates too low for too long, it creates a tremendous demand like it did in housing. Everybody wanted to buy a house. And prices escalate. But the problem is wages don't escalate. And then at some point, you got to pay that debt back. And that's what happened in 2008. When houses kept escalating, prices kept going up, and finally people couldn't pay the debt back. And then the market crashed, and it was tipped over by the fact that we couldn't afford to pay 3.5% in interest. This is just amazing what's going on, but nobody seems to care. We do here at Phil's Gang, so please hang on. Don't go anywhere, because I got some good information.
On this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Are you financially ready for the new year? Phil's Gang is ready. Why not start the new year by making a sound financial decision and join the leader in making profits in the stock market? Phil's Gang has been teaching its members how to make profits in the stock market for over 20 years. We teach you stock chart analysis, pattern recognition, relative strength and relative weakness, how to protect your investments with the Scout Power System, how to place stops, the best time to get into a stock, and the best time to get out. Phil's Gang use proprietary charts that are easy to read and guide you through the noise that everyone else offers in the world of fundamentals. The best part of Phil's Gang is if you don't have the time to learn the training system, you can invest in the market based on Phil's recommendations. Join Phil's Gang and get the Working Investor Program for a 10-day free trial. That's right. Get the membership and the MV2 color-coded chart for free for 10 days. Go to philsgang.com and click on Get Started for your 10-day free trial. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Are you financially ready for the new year? Phil's Gang is ready. Why not start the new year by making a sound financial decision and join the leader in making profits in the stock market? Phil's Gang has been teaching its members how to make profits in the stock market for over 20 years. We teach you stock chart analysis, pattern recognition, relative strength and relative weakness, how to protect your investments with the Scout Power System, how to place stops, the best time to get into a stock, and the best time to get out. Phil's Gang use proprietary charts that are easy to read and guide you through the noise that everyone else offers in the world of fundamentals. The best part of Phil's Gang is if you don't have the time to learn the training system, you can invest in the market based on Phil's recommendations. Join Phil's Gang and get the Working Investor Program for a 10-day free trial. That's right. Get the membership and the MV2 color-coded chart for free for 10 days. Go to philsgang.com and click on Get Started for your 10-day free trial. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Want to make profits in the stock market? philsgang.com is running its best promotion ever. For the holiday season, Phil's Gang is giving you the Working Investor Program free for 10 days. That's right. Get the Phil's Gang membership and the MV2 color-coded chart free for a 10-day trial. Go to philsgang.com and click on Get Started. Then choose the Working Investor Program for your 10-day free trial. For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
2.9% wage growth year on year, below the 3% growth level that we've kind of gotten used to. Now, I call that disappointing, and I don't understand it, because in a fully employed, very tight labor market, I would have thought that wages go up. What's the problem?
Well, wages do go up, and we are very fully employed at 3.5% unemployment, 50-year some odd low.
Oh, really? Well, then how come Trump said this?
It's a false economy that we're living in. We're in a bubble. And more importantly, when you look at unemployment in this country, we have close to 100 million people that are out of work, and yet we have a 5.3% unemployment rate, which is a total joke. I think.
All right, so wait a minute. That was, 3 years ago? 3 years ago. And he's saying 5% was a joke. What about the 3.7? That's got to be a real joke. Because none of it's true. So Larry Kudlow, instead of telling the truth, he sits there and he lies to all of us. And there's Varney going along with it. Varney's trying to work with him a little bit, but he's just there and swallows it.
2.9%.
I mean, you're not going to play. It's disgusting. So here's what's going on. When we're told the S&P is just hitting all-time new highs, this is a big win for jobs, 401ks. Frankly, everyone in our country is doing great. That's not true. When the president comes out and says that, somebody gives him that number. He just doesn't get it off the top of his head. So he goes out and says that. It's not true. Because more than half of Americans don't have any stocks. So he says, the S&P just hit an all-time high. This is the big one for jobs, 401k, strength, everyone. Well, I'm sorry. It can't be everyone. Because more than half, things like 62% of Americans do not own a single stock. But is that necessary? And 84% of all stocks are owned by who? The top 1 percentile. Look, all I want to make sure, I can't fix any of this. I could waste our time going all day through this kind of garbage. But you know what I do with my members? I tell them one thing. Let them do what they want to do to artificially rally the market. Now, if you go, I showed my gang this morning how they've been trying the Federal Reserve scared to death. Because if we go into a crash right now, there's no way to stop it. At least in 2008, we could stop it. Why? Because we only had $850 billion of treasuries on our balance sheet. We got $5 trillion now. We can't afford to go and purchase anymore, so you can't stop it. So they've been trying since September 2016. They're selling as fast as they can these treasuries, scared to death we're going to have a crash before that happens. And then what happens here in September? Larry Kudlow and his team come in and they tell Trump, we got a problem with the stock market because earnings are horrible. Earnings are negative, although they lie to us every day and they tell us these are the best earnings in history of the United States and the history of the world and the history of worlds beyond worlds. But if you go and simply look it up, go Google it up, see how well earnings are doing, you'll be surprised. The first quarter is minus 0.4. The third quarter we just got in, minus 2.2. The fourth quarter is going to be like minus 1.4, 1.5. That means there's no earnings. Earnings, remember, measures profits. So our profits are going down. So what have they been doing? Doesn't matter anymore if there's not profits. Using quantitative easing and stock buybacks, what a stock buyback does, they can push stock prices up. Prosperity without any performance. And the reason we went from $850 billion on the balance sheet in 2008, in which we could stop the crash, where the value of the market got wiped out $7 trillion, $7 trillion was wiped out of our $13 trillion, so we saved about $5 trillion, thank God. But now that $850 billion, we're at $5 trillion, so we can't stop a market crash if it happens today. Imagine how dangerous that is. And here you're sitting here with earnings going down, and our economy's not growing. It went from 3.1% the first quarter, is now down to the third quarter, okay, is 2.1. That's a lot lower than 3.1. And the fourth quarter, they're saying, is going to be like 1.8. So what they do to try to drive the stock price up, and they started this in 2008. They said they're only going to do this for about 6 to 8 months. In 2008, when you had a stock that was a $110 stock, and you were a CEO and you saw that company, the stock dropped to $10, and thank God they could stop it at $10 because we only had $850 billion on our balance sheet of treasury, so we could buy more. Today we can't do that. That stock would go to zero. So what they did, they turned around and I said, okay, let's do this. We'll take and we'll buy more treasuries. That means the interest rates will go down. And we can buy, if it's got 15 million shares outstanding, now we can say to the CEOs, look, we went and bought some treasuries. So yields or interest rates are down to near zero. So why don't you borrow this money from us, the Federal Reserve, at near zero? Buy, your 15 million shares you have outstanding. Why don't you buy 1 million of them so we got 14 million? Now you can spread your earnings over 14 million instead of 15 million. So instead of your stock going from $10 down to $7, your stock will go from $10 up to $13. They've been doing this for 10 years, creating the biggest massive bubble. But that's okay, because if you're a gang member, you'd be making money with us. The most important thing for you to remember is when do you get out of the stock market? We don't care. We're not here saying we found God and that we're going to stop all this and we're not going to buy stocks anymore. No, we're going along with this. Let's go along with it. But let's make sure we're out in time. And we can do that. And I guarantee you we'll be out in time. Get your free membership right now, today, and your free color-coded chart for 10 days. I'll prove it to you.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you start making money, please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Are you tired of being lied to about some magical economic recovery that only benefits the 1 percentile? And then when the market does collapse, you're sitting there calling your broker, what do I do? When you should be shorting? Learn how to short the market. Continue to listen to my radio show, philsgang.com. Become a member, only $39.95 a month, and learn how to short.
Don't wait. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from. All that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Remember, on February 15th, for $500, I'm going to be holding a workshop in Sarasota, Florida. Only 10 people. I'm inviting 10 people, so it's almost a one-on-one. And that's on February 15th. $500, 9 to 4. That's on a Saturday here in sunny Florida. So contact us. Go to my site, Phil's Gang. Join up for it. It's only $500. We're limited to 10 students. That's it, because we want to keep a very, very close session so you can get a lot out of it, okay? All right, next, join my gang. Look, I'm offering you a membership that's free, 10 days free. I'm giving you my color-coded chart, which is free for 10 days. Now, why is that important? Because the color-coded chart is what we make our decision on when we buy or sell a stock in our portfolio. Okay? So, for example, in our portfolio, we have Schlumberger. We've been in that since October. We're up 12%. So our members who've been with us since October, they're going to know when to get out of that stock. That's the most important thing. Any dope can make 12% in a stock. Why? Because the stock market has been rigged to go up since 2008. Now, please understand this, because the value I'm giving you is to get you out in time. So in 2008, the market crashes. They were able to stop the crash because we only had $850 billion of treasuries, dollars of treasuries on our balance sheet. We had plenty of room to go buy more. By buying more treasuries, the interest rate drops. That took our rate that we were paying on our national debt of $10 trillion at the time from 3.5% down to about 1.1%. That saved us. The market, we could stop it from crashing. Now, let's talk about individual stocks. Since 2008 have gone up 468%. Here's why. So you're a CEO, 2008, the market's crashing, your stock's at $110. 20 minutes later, your stock is at $10. You lost $7 trillion as an aggregate in value in the stock market. But they were able to stop it because they could go buy more trade. They can't do that today because they have $5 trillion on their balance sheet, not $850 billion. So here's what they did in 2008. So you have a stock that dropped from $110 to $10. The stock has outstanding shares of 15 million. So they came up with what they call QE and stock buybacks. Here's the game they decided to play. QE means printing of money. Then they printed the money and they went and bought many more treasuries to drop the interest rate. By dropping the interest rate, they could loan the money to the CEO of that company whose stock dropped from 110 to 10. So there's the CEO now. He can go and he can borrow money free. Now here's what he's going to do because the stock market stopped crashing. Now the earnings were coming up for the next quarter. He was scared to death because how are you going to report earnings? The market crashed. People were out of jobs. We didn't have any earnings. We didn't have any economic growth. So what did they do to make sure the stock didn't go from $10 down to $6? Here's the trick called stock buybacks. So they go and they reduce the 15 million shares that are outstanding and they drop it to 14 million. This way they're spreading their terrible earnings not over 15 million, but over 14 million. By spreading their shares by spreading their earnings or profits, we'll call them, over less shares, the earnings go up artificially. It's a lie. It's a fake, but they go up artificially. That pushes your stock price from $10 up to $13, when in fact the stock price should have went from $10 down to $6. That's what's called a stock market bubble. That's why the market since 2008 is up 468%. And if you were with me as a gang member, you would have been making a lot of money between 2008 and now. But it doesn't matter. Trump comes in now. President Trump comes in. He's scared to death now. He may lose the election. He's got to keep the market going up. So he starts printing more money, just like in 2008, doing the same thing all over again. And he's buying treasuries to drop that interest rate. He's buying $65 billion a month now to drop those interest rates. So that way he can move the stock market up because he's buying the outstanding shares. And he can move the stock market up. That's what he's been doing. And he's trying to drive the stock market from now up to November so he can get reelected. So they're doing the same thing they did back from 2008 to 2010 that drove the stock market up 468%. They're trying to do it again. So why don't you join my gang and follow our portfolio? And every day at 2 o'clock, you just pick what part of the portfolio you want to invest in. What stock do you want or what ETF? Pick one, pick two. Every day at 2 o'clock, we post a video on that stock. For example, XLK, our gang members now are in an ETF, big tech stocks. It's a basket of the biggest tech stocks, Apple, Netflix, Google. You can, instead of trying to buy one that's very expensive, you can buy the whole group, XLK. So if you're a member, You'd go look at the video today on XLK. Here's what you'd see the chart, the color-coded chart tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to run like hell. And here's what you would have heard.
Looking at XLK here, this one here you can add to your position and put a stop in at 92.55.
So he's telling you what to do. Now remember, when they started to change in 2008 when the market crashed, and they started this quantitative easing, the stock buybacks, where everything is fake, the responsibility of the guy that used to take care of you in your 401k or your ETF or your individual stock, his responsibility changed. It now begins only with the owners, his owners, their partners, their shareholders. That's who his responsibility is to. His responsibility is to Elon Musk, Sergey Brin, Warren Buffett, Steve Cohen, Carl Icahn, the big boys who created this whole fake rally. But who the hell cares it's fake? What's important is for you to get out in time. So Trump has started this all over again, buying $65 billion a month, not a day, but a month, to reduce the interest rates on the Treasury. By reducing the interest rates on the Treasury, they can borrow money very cheaply to keep buying that stock, to keep pushing it up. The same thing they've been doing since 2008. So why don't you try this? All you got to remember is when to get out. But we'll make sure you get out in time. And for the next 10 days, I'm going to give you this to you free. The gang membership, I'm going to give you the color-coded chart free. And for the next 10 days, just do it on paper and see if I'm full of crap or not. It works. It works. Now, I don't care. You know, let me tell you, everything has changed. They screwed you. They got rid of the pensions, put you in 401ks, which is the biggest skimming operation ever. The people who you used to look to take care of you, their responsibility is no longer to you, but to the big boys, because that's where they're tied to, because that's where they're going to make their money. And the stock market, let them keep pushing it up. You just got to know when to get out, and that's our responsibility. And I'm going to prove that to you in 10 days, that when you make money during that 10 days or after the 10 days, please remember the kids at St. Jude. I'll be back with a lot more.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
Thinking about investing in the stock market? Go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance in long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed, because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere, because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
Are you financially ready for the new year? Phil's Gang is ready. Why not start the new year by making a sound financial decision and join the leader in making profits in the stock market? Phil's Gang has been teaching its members how to make profits in the stock market for over 20 years. We teach you stock chart analysis, pattern recognition, relative strength and relative weakness, how to protect your investments with the Scout Power System, how to place stops, the best time to get into a stock, and the best time to get out. Phil's Gang use proprietary charts that are easy to read and guide you through the noise that everyone else offers in the world of fundamentals. The best part of Phil's Gang is if you don't have the time to learn the training system, you can invest in the market based on Phil's recommendations. Join Phil's Gang and get the Working Investor Program for a 10-day free trial. That's right. Get the membership and the MV2 color-coded chart for free for 10 days. Go to philsgang.com and click on Get Started for your 10-day free trial. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1900020.
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Now listen to this.
The astonishing market rally has taken us up 11,000 points on the Dow since the election of Donald J. Trump. And the value of American business has gone up $12.8 trillion since he was elected.
Okay. That's all true. That's true. But how did the stock market go up so that you equate it into $12 trillion? Okay, well, I told you how they do it. It's fake, but we don't care it's fake. We're not finding God and going to turn it down, right? We know it's fake. We know how they did it. It's called quantitative easing, stock buybacks. Keep reducing the amount of shares you have outstanding on your stock. We'll keep loaning you the CEO money. Over the last 10 years, we'll keep loaning you money near zero, low rates. And then you can keep going in and buying your own shares to keep dropping the outstanding shares. The more you drop your outstanding shares by buying your own shares, then your stock price goes up, which otherwise it would go down. And it's created the biggest stock market rally in history, the biggest bubble in history, and everybody's going to get slammed because you're not going to know when to get out. Well, I designed a chart that will help you get out. And I'm going to prove it to you in the next 10 days, give it to you free. It's a color-coded chart. Tells you when to buy, it's green. Tells you when to sell, it's red. Tells you when to run like hell. And also when it turns red and goes down, we're here to take care of our members to make sure they're making money on the way down. Now, if you want to be a real active investor, you can come to class. We have a class every day, 9:30 to 10. We have what we call our MV1 chart, which most traders trade stocks from 3 to 5 days. If you want to do that, we can teach you that. But if you're a person who just says, I don't want to learn, I don't want to go back to school, I don't want to know anything, I don't even know about the stock, I just want to make money. Well, that's why I designed the MV2 color-coded chart, because I know I've been on this earth for 73 years, been in this market for 40 years, over 40 years, 45. I understand the market. And I know one thing. I've been doing this business show over 20 years. And at the end of the day, people just want to make money. They don't want to learn. They don't want to study a stock. They don't want to learn about a stock. They want somebody to give them a stock and just make me money. It doesn't work, does it? How's it worked out for you in the past with your 401k? It doesn't work. Why? Because they don't get you out in time. Because it's not to their advantage to get you out in time. Because they don't have your interest at heart. That all changed in 2008 with the crash. Everything has changed. Their responsibility, once they've done 401, once they've done QE and stock buybacks, their responsibility is done with you. Their responsibility goes to who? The biggest shareholder and their partners and the corporate, because that's where they make their money, not with you. I'm sorry, it's how it works. So that's true. The money, that's how much money went up in this market. But when they tell us all-time high, everyone in our country is doing great, how can that be? When 84% of stocks are owned by top 10% households. Now, if you're one of those households and you're a gang member, you're doing well. But anybody can do well in the stock market. It's been rigged for 10 years. And anybody now can do well in this market because Trump has just started to rig it again, doing the same exact thing they did in 2008. So the market going up 85% of the time. But 70% of you are going to lose money. Now think about that. How the hell can a market go up 80% of the time and 70% of people lose money? Because no one is there to tell you to get out. Because it's not in their interest to get you out. It's their interest to keep you in. So, join my gang for 10 days. I'll give you my color-coded chart free and follow me. And I'll give you the membership free for 10 days. Look, the bottom line is this. Our economy, when in 2008 we crashed, we never allowed the economy to go into a recession. All crashes, you always would allow the economy to go into a recession. Why? Every president would do that. Because when you allow economy to go into a recession, it forces the corporations to clean up their debt. It forces households to clean up their debt. It forces the government to clean up their debt, their balance sheet, tighten their belt. That's what's one. Yes, they're painful. Recessions last 11 months, maybe 13 months the most. And you always come out of a recession doing terrific because CEOs will then start investing in business investment again. They'll start buying information technology again. They will start investing again because they knew, hey, the debt's cleaned up. The balance sheets are cleaned up, but they skipped that this time in 2000. Say, why should we do that? It takes too long to get our $7 trillion back. It takes too long. We can control this thing. We can get our money back immediately. Whoever heard of a market going up 468%? The dot-com went up 42%. The housing con went up 45%. Who in the hell ever heard of a market going up 468%? Because there's no other place for a market to go when you're doing quantitative easing. When you're printing money, giving it to CEOs, they keep buying their own outstanding shares to drop the outstanding shares every quarter, lower and lower, to push their stock price up. That's why stocks always go up now. But you got to know when to get out. In the meantime, what's going on? Household debt's rising 60% faster than wages. Consumer spending, they're spending 40% more than their income. Our government debt is rising 35% faster than our economic growth. 78% of the people who work here are still working paycheck to paycheck. Even today, with the job numbers that came out, which are terrible job numbers, 300,000 people a month are looking for a second and third job. Now, think about this. Corporate tax rate was cut from 35% to 21%. Nobody gained except the corporations. And the corporate debt is a historic $9 trillion. And their cash is only $800 million. That's it. They have no cash because they're so far in debt. Now, what does that mean? When the market crashes, you want to make sure you're out in time. Home ownership's at a 50-year low right now. New home sales have dropped to an 8-month low. Existing home sales have fallen for the third month in a row. Pending home sales have fallen for 6 months in a row. Class A trucks, you know those big ones, you're going up the hill and you're trying to get around all the time, those big trucks. 72% their sales are off. Small startup businesses, which is the foundation of our economy. Small businesses, startup businesses, that's how you grow this economy. 80% of jobs come from small businesses. They've dropped by 44% because there's no savings at the banks because they don't offer you anything for savings anymore. So a guy who's an entrepreneur who wants to start his own business, he can't go to the bank and find any money. If he does, they're going to raise the rate so high on him because they don't want to run out of the money because there's very little in savings. But people are getting rich, very wealthy. Who's those people? The 1/100th of 1% whose income's $27 million a year. Their net worth is $13 billion. There's 2,800 of those. Think about that. Then you have the top 1% whose income is $375,000. Their net worth is $4.4 million. There's 30,000 or 36,000 of them. We have so many red flags. We have negative housing starts, negative pending home sales, negative durable goods orders, and yields are inverting. Starting to invert again. Auto sales are sliding. Nobody cares about anything I'm talking about. Because all they look at every day, they listen to Varney, they listen to these fake financial business news, and as long as they tell you what you want to hear, that the economy's doing fantastic, things are just so beautiful, you're not going to listen to me. You're going to listen to them. And that's okay, but you're not going to know when to get out. But if you come and try it with me, you're going to know when to get out. Because I've offered something for you to get out with. Because I tell you when to get out, like all my members. Every day I tell my members when to buy, when to sell, when to run like hell, when to add to their position. So for 10 days to prove to you I'm not full of crap, I'm going to give it to you free. What is wrong with that? It works. And by the way, remember February 15th here in Sarasota, $500. Spend a day with me from 9 to 4. Hey, we'll see you on the charts. Have a great weekend. Join my gang.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.